We're continuing on my final review series of 2025, and today we're checking out Latvia. It is Tautumeitas singing Bur Man Laimi. We're going to look at their live performance from the final, check out their results, and also talk a little bit about what we could see from Latvia next year. Let's kiki. Hi, my name is Tom. I'm an Irish Eurovision analyst, and you can find all of this stuff on my Eurovision channel. So thanks to everyone who left me recommendations on my last video on what I should review. This was one of the most popular ones, which is why I picked it. I was trying to stay with semi-final 1 songs first, but I don't need to do that. That's kind of like a weird rule I made in my head. So let's go to one of the semi-final 2 songs, which is Latvia. I'll leave as much of the original audio and visuals in as I'm allowed to. If I need to make changes, I'll put it up onto my Patreon. Okay, very excited to see this. This is Tautumeitas, Bur Man Laimi, one in my secret bank. Oh, that's kind of more like red than brown for their flag. That is such a great opening tableau. It's so mysterious. You've got 6 kind of like aliens standing on stage with this hypnotic trance of a beginning to the song. Really, really good for piquing people's interest. I think it's really important to grab the viewer's attention in the first 15 seconds to make them want to sit down and discover what are they looking at. And this is a really beautiful opening tableau. Beautiful effect with the lines. It's mysterious as well because people at home are thinking, how are they doing that effect? They want to know, like, what is that? Is it strings? Is it an LED? It piques curiosity, which is really, really clever. Vocals flawless. Love that dip down. And this is really, really lovely choreography as well. Keep it simple, keeping our static stances, but then going into these beautiful kind of animalistic poses as well. Let me get this rain effect. This is just completely and utterly unique this year. I think the closest thing is probably Albania, but even Albania feels a little bit more, this is like the least mainstream song, or one of the most this year. Their choreography is really, really, really good. Really good synchronization. That was something I was a tiny bit worried about in the pre-party season, was when they are all doing the same thing and it's a little bit off. It can look very high school. This doesn't look high school. They've done a really good job. Super professional band. Are we going to get a color change up here? Yeah, beautiful. You can feel that when we go into the chorus, we're in these kind of icy blues and grays. And then with this total warmth and sun coming in like we're on the savannas at sunset. I love how some of them are coming through and others aren't. It's giving depth to the performance. There's so many gorgeous tableaus here. It is utterly divine. And we get a close up. These new headsets as well are really fabulous. I think they're probably pretty cheap, but they look expensive. They look like frozen icicles, or there's something about them that's a little bit supernatural, a little bit alien. I feel like they're all customized as well. They look quite complex. I'm getting the impression that all 6 of them are different. I love this more individual feel, even though they're a team. I love that mix. We see a little bit of faceography as well. I like that they're smiling. I like that they're not just like stony face. All of them are giving different personalities. We can see here, the 2 of them are looking at each other kind of like a little bit of a coy thing. It's giving confidence. Like everything is going as planned. This is what it's meant to be. And I love this kind of head looking through like they're discovering a new world as well. It's very wistful. All of them doing different movements here now. I love that uniqueness. And small detail on the hands. Look, they've got these long nails on. There's so much fantasy in here. Really small. That's not expensive. So many inexpensive creative elements which give me fantasy, transporting me into their magical world. The choreography is a tiny bit off here. This is what I'm saying. When you go matchy-matchy, this change up in angle here is really, really lovely because we've just been front on pretty much the whole time with a couple of close-ups. Now we're coming in diagonally, just giving new dimensions to this fringe. And this is good as well because I'm getting this kind of like different feel. Feels like more like a storm. There's a little bit tumultuous. We can't see them as clearly anymore. We're getting these flashing lights, almost like lightning and thunder. There's so many different scenes in this. It feels like we're going through 10 scenes in a movie. It's wonderful. And then into the ombre. I like, actually, it's funny how some of the bits get stuck in the hair. That happened every single rehearsal I saw. I think they just said, this is going to happen. Some of it's going to get stuck in her heart, just ignore it. I don't know if they tried to problem solve that or what, but Yeah, they just went with it. This is a really great picture here now. Look how all 6 of them have different poses. I love it. I love it. I love it. You know, I love one of my choreography where each people has different choreography, which is something Ireland does every effing year, which drives me crazy. We have the same basic ass high school choreography and all of them are doing the same thing and it looks so cheap. This is the thing. Look at these layers. Second one's very low. We have some of them reaching different positions. Everyone is doing something. It's giving 3D dynamism. It's fabulous. And this beautiful spraying effect with this gold. Again, this togetherness, it feels like they're like supernatural fairies in a kind of, not a cult, like they're like, it's giving an Amazon vibes. Or in Ireland we have, and I know Iceland has as well, we have like these fairy stories. We have these fairies who live under mushrooms and small houses and stuff. It's giving that feeling. And they come in here now, so lovely. There's this really smooth grace in how they move. There's no sudden movements. Again, this really nice on-off lighting, picking up their, oh, it's gorgeous. I love the hair. Look at that as well, the hair coming down. And they've got the lights. I never noticed that before. She's got like 3 lights on her bodice, which is absolutely gorgeous as well. Giving a little bit of a change up in scenery as well, because this song, if you just listen to the radio edit, it can be a tiny bit repetitive, but you don't feel the repetition when you're watching the performance because there's so much variation in all the different tableaus. Now we've gone into a solo moment with black and white. Really, really nice variety. And we've also got these 2 silhouettes being made. Are these people? Yeah, it's actually her. It's the lighting from her, but it looks like her sisters are still with her in spirit. Small details like that. Again, it's free. It's just creativity. Latvia showing how you can do incredible staging on a budget. Giving us a bit more moment as well to hear the vocals because there's less production here now, so it's her just voice on her own, showing off the strength, getting some jury points in the vocal category. And then a nice change of resolve with the beat coming in, and we're getting this pulsing light. There's a really wonderful story here of transitioning from behind the curtain to the front. In my standing section, I was on the side so I could see them. So I kind of had this line and I could see the ladies behind and the ladies in front. And it was just lovely seeing them coming in and out and resetting and coming out again. It was just such a simple prop to have this partial wall that they kept passing in and out of. So freaking genius. And the tail. Oh my God, the gaggery. The gaggery and the goopery just... When I first saw it, so in the dress rehearsal on this was Grand Final 2, so it would have been on Wednesday. All the fan media sit in one section and we watch. And the gasp that went out, oh, we gasped, girl. We were gasping because we were goopified. Oh, we were really, really, really good. Because, you know, up until that point, it just looked like the Supernova staging. So nothing really new had come up. And I was happy with that. I thought the Supernova staging was really gorgeous. But when this tail thing came out, I was freaking gopped on the floor because this is such a teeny tiny detail and it is totally and utterly magical. So incredibly joyful and naughty, fantasy and spiritual. And it's just, oh, it's so clever. Whoever came up with this deserves 10 pats on the back. It is so gorgeous. In case you're wondering how this is done, this was on the LED. So again, like when I was watching from the side, you can just see LEDs attached to nothing. So they had to be perfectly placed to make sure that the tail came out of the right area, which you can see here now, like all 6 of them. I'd say 1 and 5 are a tiny bit off, but 2, 3, 4, and 6 are perfectly placed. This is such a wonderful detail and it just gives that, it feels like a storyline because we've had these mysterious creatures come on stage. They've got a secret. They're smiling at each other. We've seen the secret. They're secretly demons or centaurs or some wicked pixie in the forest. It's so deliciously magical. I love it. A real wow moment for me in this year's Eurovision. Leading up into the final bit now. And we get another change. This is a real up-down song. This is a fabulous moment. Look at that. Really smooth. There's so much smoothness. And we do get some hard-hitting choreography at some point, which is quite simple. But I love when they go into these smooth, interloping, interweaving elements. Just look at this. This is so divine. And the lighting, this effect that they're giving them of having this silver blue skin like Zora from Zelda is incredibly elegant. The artistic directors here have a real sharp eye for beauty. I would love to know who this is actually If you know who it is, leave me down below. Eurovision World, I think, writes down the artistic directors, but we need to keep an eye on whoever this is. Did someone tell me it was Ukrainians? I know one of the really good stagings this year was done by a Ukrainian team. No, that was Luxembourg. Luxembourg's was done by a Ukrainian team. And then we get this moon coming up now into the final scene, the transformation. Amazing. Oh, what a climax. Look at that. They've been frozen by the moon now, all in these beautiful individual poses, just giving us poise and elegance. And this is giving me Zora. It's giving me Borg. It's giving me high fashion, editorial, aqua, mermaid, nymph, fairy, so many wonderful references. It's not one thing, it's all of these things amalgamated into these beautiful, magical creatures. Incredible. This freezing pose with the camera slowly panning around them is pure genius. What a fabulous ending. Plus allows them to focus on the vocals. They can just stand there holding one pose and they can really just focus on hitting notes. This is genius creativity from the Latvian delegation. They're really, really clever. So strategic. Look at that. It's just stunning. Absolutely stunning. You're not going to forget this. You may not like it, but you're not going to forget that this existed. And then lovely vocals as always. Coming into our final bit. Look at this. It's kind of chaos in how they all move differently, but it's beautiful chaos. And then that final pose. Again, there was some really strong final poses this year. Spain as well as one that stood out to me. Her final pose looked excellent the way the light hit. This is a one as well. Now, obviously, final pose is not going to do a huge thing, but it's good to end on a high note that's memorable and get people immediately talking to each other. Wow, that was gorgeous, wasn't it? And then you have this like beautiful final pose to kind of reinforce that thought. Incredible. I'm so happy for Latvia. So let's have a little bit of talk about this. Look, this was kind of a little bit of a borderline. I remember a borderline qualifier. Where did actually finish they were actually 11th in the qualifying odds right up until the end. So this was outside the top 10. And in the end, it came second in the semi-final. Now, some people would argue it came first if you don't count Israel's insane manipulation of the voting system, which I do. So for me, Latvia won the semi-final, which is incredible. It's a shame that kind of mini victory has been taken from them in a way. Not that you might say that's not that important, but I think it is for someone like Latvia who had a 6 non-qualification streak. The fact that they won their semi-final being taken away from them, I think is quite sad. Because they did a really, really wonderful job. And like I said, this isn't having loads of money thrown into it or having a big advertising campaign paid for by the government. This is just creativity. All those things I was pointing out, really, really small details. So elegant, so gorgeous. Tautumeitas, so reliable. Their vocals, solid.com. I never heard them not sing this perfectly. Perfect harmonies, solo moments as well, doing really well. Everyone moving, hitting all the choreography, hitting all their marks, not getting flustered. This is teamwork. This is 6 people who work really, really well together. And then congratulations to the creative direction team as well, who just managed to take a really simple prop of some fringe, bring it to life with lighting. The costumes here are wonderful. This effect of the light hitting them and then having the silver blue screen, these headdresses, which are so divine, which I believe is also part of the name. I think Tautumeitas means lady who wears traditional costumes. Sorry, Latvians, I've forgotten. Latvian people did explain it to me in my Supernova video, but that was a while ago. But it means something like it's women who wear these type of traditional costumes. I think a big part of it is the headdress. So that was a key part. And it looks the most beautiful as well. The tails coming out. There's so much wonderful stuff here. I'm so happy for Latvia. And they're really going through a strong period right now. You look at City Zieni, which, was an amazing song. It was too repetitive, but I think it was still pretty memorable. Going into Sudden Lights, which was just a year too late, because if juries had been there, this definitely would have qualified for the final. It definitely would have been top 10 with the jury, maybe top 5. So they were a little bit unlucky because they came at 11th in the semi-final. And then into Dons, qualifying despite being bottom of the odds. And now into Tautumeitas, qualifying despite being 11th in the qualifying odds. So Latvia going from 6 non-qualifications in a row, being one of the weakest countries in Eurovision, into 2 really excellent qualifications, including second place in semi. Again, I think it's first place. This is an incredible turnaround for them. I feel like they're in their golden era. Like, for me, I know some people might say their golden era was when they joined the contest, because they came 3rd with Brainstorm in 2000, and then they came 18th in 2001, and then won in 2002. So I feel like this is a stronger period, because I just felt like that was an easier time. I feel like now is so insanely competitive, and they've also had all these expectations against them, and they've just exceeded them. I don't know what's clicked. If you're Latvian and you know what's clicked in the last 2-3 years, please let me know down below. Is there a new artistic director? Is there just better quality of artists participating? Supernova this year was amazing. Really, really amazing. One of my favorite national finals. I ended up not watching it just because I was a little bit unlucky that my two favorite songs were eliminated before the final. Monsters, Greta had to pull out because she was sick. And then Zeltz. In fairness, it wasn't great live. But yeah, still Supernova, just absolutely incredible. So I'm glad that that's been converted into such an incredible result. Winning the semi-final, coming top on the left side of the scoreboard in the final. Really, really, really wonderful from Latvia. And I just want to see this momentum grow and grow. I'm so hyped for Supernova next year. I don't see why it would go backwards because last year's Supernova was really good as well. It's not like this was an anomaly. This is 2 years in a row now where it's been decent. So I just hope we get another good one. I'd like to see the format of the show just like a tiny bit more professional. The results announcement is a little bit sloppy to me. Just kind of like, I don't know what's going on and they're just calling out random people's names. I'd like a better scoreboard. I'd also like them to not reveal the televote results halfway through. That's the thing that they've been doing now for, I think, decades. That's definitely something that's always happened in Supernova. Also, bring back the Riga Beaver. Where's the Riga Beaver been? What an iconic national final mascot. Is he the most iconic national final mascot of all time? I can't think of another one off the top of my head. So yeah, so excited. We usually get Supernova quite early, so that's something I'm really looking forward to. Hopefully early December. Make sure that you're subscribed down below so that you get that video when it pops up. It's quite early, but never mind. Yeah, really excited for Latvia. I want to see them get higher and higher. Now 16th with Dons, 13th with Tautumeitas. I think that I want to see them be in the top 10 again. I want to just see this growth and I want to have consistency. I don't want this to be a blip. I don't feel like it is. I feel like this success has come from good ideas, good staging choices. Just keep doing that. Don't change that. And if we have the depth on the national final, no reason that should change either. Let's have a little look at see how the results went. Shout out to the reorder board who did these absolutely stunning graphics of the votes in the final. We could see with the jury, they got 116 points, 12 from Lithuania, UK and Denmark, 10 from Australia, 8 from Georgia and San Marino. And then just a real big bunch of points here. Overall coming 7th in the jury, which is absolutely fabulous. And then with the televote, a little bit not as strong. 12 points from Lithuania, love it. Lithuania giving some love to their next door neighbours. UK, 3 points. Ukraine, 8 points. I can definitely see why Ukraine like this. This is so what Ukraine... I can see Ukraine even sending this. It's still different musically, but Ukraine love these kind of like more edgy, different, very heartfelt type of entry. So like, that totally makes sense to me. 2 points from Australia is really cool. That's just like a nice kind of random thing. 8 from Estonia. 3 from Finland, 3 from Ireland. Go Ireland. We do have a big Latvian population, but having said that, it's not like we're always giving big points to Latvia. So I think there's a bit of love here from non-Latvians. 1 point from Luxembourg, 2 from Poland. So yeah, this got 42 points in the public vote. I still think that's really, really, really good. It does seem like more of a jury song because it's really beautiful vocals, very well performed, but it doesn't have like big, the song is quite steady. I don't particularly enjoy this as a radio edit. I love it when I have the visuals and I have the full package in front of me, but as a radio edit, it's a bit too repetitive for me. I actually ranked this pretty low in my Supernova video, but I think they did a wonderful job at elevating it because I was seeing this in the crowd during the show. I really got into it because they brought me into this magical world. And this is an example of how staging can just help accentuate the storyline, the underlying feelings and emotions of the song. It can translate a shit song into a better song, but it can make our quite 2D feeling song become 3D because it gives it that extra dimension. So beautiful job from Latvia. So excited for next year. So that's everything that I thought about Tautumeitas singing Bur Man Laimi for Latvia. What did you think? Leave me a comment in the comment section down below. Who do you want to see me cover next? Leave me your suggestions down below as well. Thank you to those who've been supporting me on PayPal and Buy Me Coffee. If you want to support the channel, I'll leave a QR code for you here and a link in the description. And of course, thank you to all my wonderful patrons for patronizing me from all around the world. On my Patreon, you can get loads of stuff in the off season. If you've got a bit of post-Eurovision depression, go check out my Patreon because you can get a little bit of fix of extra stuff. But of course, thank you so much for being here. And I'll see you in another Eurovision analysis video very soon. Goodbye.